Rumours, urban legends and myths of all kinds can surface from about anywhere and generate great legends about next to anything. It is of no surprise then that countries all over the world have their own personal and terrifying stories that seem to echo throughout time and persist for many future generations to come. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we will be visiting Antarctica and uncovering 5 creepy and mysterious urban legends from the region. Ningen Antarctic humans. Antarctica has always been at the centre of a wide number of different conspiracy theories among all groups from around the world. Interestingly enough, it appears that Japan is no stranger to these theories and have been at the centre of rumours surrounding the icy continent. It appears that over the past few years, stories of strange humanoid creatures living in Antarctica have slowly been circulating all around Japan. According to the Japanese whale industry, many crew members aboard so-called whale research ships have reported seeing strange humanoid creatures on the continent. Reports detailed that when approaching near the continent of Antarctica, Japanese crew members will report seeing what appears to be large giants laying out in the ocean that appear humanoid in shape. These creatures are described as being 20 to 30 meters in length and completely white in skin tone. Others have often reported that the creature was originally mistaken as being a large submarine in the distance before getting closer and seeing hands, fingers, eyes, and a mouth. This led to the name of the ningen referred to by the Japanese crew, of which translates to the English word human, whereas others simply refer to these creatures as the Antarctic humans. To this day, not a single image of the creature has surfaced, and it continues to be a mystery of the Japanese crews that experience these occurrences on a nearly daily basis when journeying out to the region. Secret research bases. Antarctica is the only place in the world that anyone can visit without the need to supply a travel visa or passport of any kind, making it the only international neutral zone in the entire world. This is due to the fact that the first real attempts at construction on the continent were made by research scientists of whom were privately funded or had some sort of means to make their way to the icy continent. These research scientists came from all around the world and were only interested in one thing: science and discovery. Due to this passion, the original research development teams came together and formed the Antarctic Treaty, a required pact that made it impossible for anyone to make claims of territory across the icy continent and works to enforce open knowledge for everyone. It is due to this treaty that governments from around the world would refuse to even participate into any developments onto the icy continent in fear that their equipment, technology, and infrastructure would just be stolen, reverse engineered, or completely destroyed by other governments upholding the treaty. This fear is not unsubstantiated, as the Antarctic Treaty specifies that all developments made on the icy continent are completely open and free to anyone that visits. Essentially, this means that a constructed United States Antarctic research base must always allow visitors of all kinds, including research scientists working with competing countries, that must also be provided access to all information gathered. This has led to a wide variety of conspiracy theorists to then believe that perhaps the governments of the world openly accept this treaty, but that, behind closed doors, the countries of the world have begun constructing secret research bases of which are clandestine in their construction and hidden from the world as to not be a centre for competing countries to investigate or look closely into. There has been a large number of reported findings on services of satellite imaging websites where conspiracy theorists of all kinds have claimed to have spotted secret and undisclosed research bases across the icy continent of Antarctica that could be a secret location for international research efforts hidden from the public. This has spawned a number of urban legends and conspiracy theories that claim these research bases could be used for anything from a secret military base to that of clandestine alien bases that house and experiment on captured alien life and alien artifacts. Though there is little evidence for the claim, the continent continues to be the prime location for such hidden research efforts that works to be isolated from any habitable conditions and prying eyes. The Pyramids of Antarctica. Around the world, we find evidence of pyramid structures that have often challenged our modern notion of the age of humanity and the technological and developmental might of our early civilizations. Given the fact that these great structures are often found in areas that predate archaeological beliefs of early human civilizations, discovering the location of these pyramids in which humans have never actively inhabited could then prove to be a smoking gun evidence of possible extraterrestrial intervention. This is what led to the alien enthusiast community looking toward the icy continent of Antarctica and claiming that, given the continent's recent discovery and completely uninhabitable terrain, to find such a structure amongst its icy lands would be more than enough evidence to prove such a theory. Using complex gathered research data and satellite imaging, the community worked day and night in the hopes of uncovering any evidence of these structures. Oddly enough, they did. Approximately larger than the pyramids at Giza, the alien enthusiasts began noticing strange mountains that did not seem to match with the overall landscape of the region. Not only did these supposed large mountains not exist anywhere close to a mountain range, but the region in which it inhabited did not appear to even have the stresses or strains of the tectonic plates that could cause a potential mountain range in the first place. Not only this, but the size of the mountain in that area ended up displaying the proportions of a perfect pyramid, with 4 even sides, a symmetrical peak, and the same degree in slope gradient compared to that of the large pyramids at Giza. Images of these structures in high definition can also be found thanks to efforts made by researchers to locate the peaks of the mountains in the attempts to disprove these satellite images, but only worked to prove their existence and showcase their symmetrical and artificial design in clearer imaging, leading to a number of legends surrounding the icy continent that speak of an advanced civilization before the existence of human civilization having once inhabited the land. The ice is alive. A strange theory surrounding the nature of the icy continent has been emerging in recent months that have left many wondering if Antarctica is truly as isolated as many once originally believed. Reports of sudden changes in the weather, strange noises emerging from the ground, rivers of bloody water and ice that appears to be almost aware of the people walking on it, moving and growing, has left many wondering if the glaciers that we have come to catalogue as nothing more than ice are actually alive. Several strange phenomena surrounding the ice has come forward in recent years that help to support this theory. One such phenomenon is that of the singing ice. Researchers have found that when placing seismic sensors into the large glaciers located on the ice, they were detecting a strange low reverberation inaudible to human ears that stretched all throughout the miles of ice inhabiting the area. Another interesting phenomenon to keep in mind is that of the bleeding ice phenomenon reported by tourists visiting the shores during cruise ships. In the past, there have been a number of sightings of ice cracking open and flowing out red water that appeared to be similar to that of blood rivers. When scientists journeyed to the locations to understand the source of this bleeding ice, they found that the trapped liquid contained large amounts of salts and iron similar to that of the hemoglobin in blood. Others have even reported that after striking the ice, digging down, drilling or doing any other invasive actions into the ice, it has caused a dramatic shift in the stability of ice and the surrounding weather previously unpredicted, leading them to believe that the ice is actively defending and fighting back against such intrusions. The cursed valleys of Antarctica. What many people might not be aware of is the fact that the driest place on Earth happens to rest in a valley in Antarctica that is referred to by research scientists as the McMurdo Dry Valleys. These areas are so dry that the humidity of the area is next to non-existent, and the moisture of the entire valley is lower than that of most deserts from around the world. This leaves the McMurdo Dry Valleys with the inability to form ice, and so are seen as nothing but a vast expanse of dusty land and dirt that is impossible to maintain. This leaves the area in a nearly constant sandstorm, as the wind in the region is referred to as katabatic winds and forms nowhere else on the face of the earth. This wind is caused when the extremely cold temperatures of the surrounding ice move down a nearby slope and into the McMurdo Dry Valleys, forcing the speed of the wind to build up and reach some of the highest wind speeds ever recorded in the world, maintaining an average speed of 200 miles per hour the entire year. This has led a large number of people from all kinds of backgrounds to begin forming their own theories as to how this strange and unsustainable valley has formed, leading to a wide variety of peculiar explanations for the nature of the valley's inhospitable climate, weather, and lack of moisture. Such explanations have included a lasting curse in the area that forbids anyone or anything from ever building any kind of habitable structure. Interestingly enough, this seems to have some merit, as there appears to be no research bases that have been established in this area despite there being no moving ice or glaciers of any kind. Additionally, some have even pointed to perhaps an artificial cause to the area's strange properties, such as that of underground power sources preventing the buildup of ice and vaporizing the surrounding humidity. Although nothing has been proven in regards to the fantastical urban legends surrounding the nature of this valley, it does appear to be a continued point of topic for research scientists still attempting to better understand the climate and ecosystem of Antarctica as they are stationed out in its snowy expanse. But what do you all think of these strange and almost supernatural urban legends floating around the icy continent of Antarctica? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.